We are going to start making some money. We will start making some family and have a good life. This is the kind of picture we have in our mind and the immediate sense of freedom. So we have some joy, hope, and the belief and the promise of a good future. Then, at this phase, when we are very happy about graduation and having those expectations, we need to sit down and ask ourselves some detailed questions. Okay, so that takes us to our next. I would want you to take if you have a phone, take your phone and let's have some interaction here. You are going to scan a QR code, and once you scan the QR code, you answer some few questions. This is not engineering question, it's just a basic question, so do not worry. Okay, so this is the first question here. This is 20 seconds, so you need to be very fast. Kindly scan this QR code and respond to this question. I guess I have to issue this thing. Just feel free to type in whatever you are thinking of. Yeah, just feel free to type. Okay, great. So we are having some great answers here. And then the most outstanding one is people are thinking about finding a job. So job stand out for us. So we'll go to the next question. Next question will be this one. So let's go with this one too. People are typing soft skills, communication, mental balance. Communication, okay, networking, soft skills, problem solving, handling different people. Okay. Okay. Entrepreneurship, communication, experiences and coding. Okay, balancing life, problem solving. So we have the most outstanding ones: soft skills, networking, communication. Okay, these are important things. Okay, let's go to the last question. And then last question: which industry do you intend to work in after graduating? After graduating, yeah. Engineer and research, energy, oil company, power, energy. Okay, let's get more answers for this. Thermal power plants, manufacturing and processing, automation, electronics and research. Okay, tech field, telecommunication, power, automotive, thermal power plants. Okay. Okay, thermal power plants. Okay, so we have some good answers here. power. Okay, tech field. Okay. Okay, so good. These are good questions. Thank you so much for taking these questions, and I do appreciate your response. Okay, let's go to the next one. Okay, so thank you for answering the question. If you realize most of the answers that you provided to the first one, I have been talking to students and early career professionals. I have been mentoring other students, and they all have similar aspirations and similar expectations. So if you look at this pie chart here, we have like 59% and then 40% professionals and students. And this, if you look at them, most of the questions I do ask them is mentorship, career guidance, research collaboration, and then I can also enter. Most people do seek for career guidance. So in career guidance, people want to know the industries they can work in, the opportunities out there after school. And so you could see that the answers you provided actually correlate with this. Most of you are talking about having a job. That is the biggest concern that you have. And it is the same thing that applies to people across the world, in the US, in Canada, in Africa, in Asia. All the people I have been talking to, they have similar concern. So that is just a good exercise. Okay, now what are some of the challenges if you are in school or if you are in the early part of your career? Most people do lack the direction. They do have limited experience. They are very unassured of the job market. Depending on the country you are, if you are in the US, the job market could be different. If you are in Sri Lanka, it could as well be different. But most people are very unassured whether they will actually land a job after school. So this is a challenge. And then there is also a gap between having somebody to actually show you the direction. That is mentorship. So what mentorship does is that somebody have gone through some experience and some pain for a number of years, let's say 5 years. And then what mentorship does is that instead of you also going through similar problem or challenges, you would have somebody to actually guide you and direct you to do the right things. As you have seen in the previous slides, the answer to the questions that you provided actually match with the interactions I've been having with other people. And also hard to connect, it's very hard to connect theory and practice. What we actually learn in school and what we do on the field, there's some kind of difference, but how do you relate that? Immediately you graduate and then you are handed an opportunity, let's say as an electrical engineer, working in renewable energy, let's say solar industry. What are some of the skills you need that you can carry along? Everything that you learn in school will not be very important in the job. It depends on where you work. So if somebody works in telecommunication, probably the power system courses that you have taken might not be very, very important there. Even though it was very, very good you took the course, but it might not be applicable. And then there's also a vast amount of uncertainty among students and early career professionals. So these are some of the challenges everyone faces, irrespective of where they are, whether they are in Asia or America or Africa, wherever they are, the problems are the same. Jobs in Sri Lanka. Even though this webinar is meant for students in Sri Lanka, but looking at it, securing a job may be difficult irrespective of where you are. And this is very common in most places around the world, even though there could be some differences. Some countries, it's easy to find a job. Some countries, it may be very hard